All right, my number 7, I've gone for Aleko Eskandarian, 2003 draft pick. I think DC United, as long as I didn't mess that up.
Yep.
I got him 4 seasons at DC, 2 at Chivas, 1 at Arcel, 1 at Toronto, 1 at LA Galaxy. He's a forward for 125 appearances, 30 goals, 10 assists, which is really solid. It is a very high total compared to other guys that were number 1 picks. Also had a lot of awards, surprisingly. He's an MLS Cup champion, MLS Cup MVP, 2-time All-Star, and got a supporter shield. Probably the second most decorated player on the number 1 draft picks list. So that easily bumped him in this conversation. He was easily top 7 for me. I actually just swapped him one lower.
Boo.
But yeah, I think he had a fantastic career, especially for a number 1 draft pick. He was easily in my top 10 list. I know he's down at 7, so it makes sense to be lower, but if you want to talk about tiers, I think he was definitely in a tier above the first 3 guys that I listed.
That I will agree with you on. I will hold off my judgment. Spoilers, but I will agree with you that he was a next level up, and he faces a similar fate that Mr. Zakwani did. But we'll talk about that later. My number 7, Jack Harrison. Only in the league a short time, but he's mainly here because of his price tag overseas. Not many people have made that move, if at all, from the number 1 draft pick slot. So to be able to say that he was the most expensive number 1 draft pick in MLS history after moving to Man City from Man City Light for $4 million or euros, whatever freedom units you want to use. And considering that the only thing that NYC had to do to get him was like 250K in GAM, that's good business. And they flip-flopped the pick, which ended up being Brandon Vincent. But he played 61 times for City, scoring 14 goals, 10 assists. Those who watched him play, including myself in high school, because I played against him, fun fact. I'm sure nobody knows that. I've never mentioned it before. Knew what he could do. The dude came in and he was on another level. Young, but on another level with what he was able to do. Man City made some accounting book adjustments, passed some money under the table, and then they got him to Europe, where he went on loan for a bunch of times, helped Leeds win the second division, get promoted. Never did quite get NYCFC up to where they wanted to be, which is why he's a bit lower for me because he didn't do much in the league. But it showed at a time right when people were starting to question the draft, right? This is 2015, 2017, 2016. There you go. So this is 2016 where people are like, okay, well, we're starting to spend more money. We've got GAM, we've got TAM, we've got all this different allocation money to spend on bigger, better players from overseas, whatever. What's the point of the draft? This dude comes in and gets a $4 million move to Man City, the biggest club in the world right about that time. So definitely a big impact on the league and what they were able to do in terms of the draft. His left foot now resides back in the championship after Leeds were relegated this past season and Everton were not. Get ready. Massive flex.
I hate you, by the way. I hate you.
Why?
Not about the Everton thing. Because